Kesana Kalian mau nana carry, aduh sakit-sakit. Lawannya. Kita apa? Jap lagi sampai. Satu bang tak sih. Bisa. Aduh, sayang apa kan? Kasih yang dah follow.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are
Alah, tak dapat. Aduh.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Sebab sakit babi. Tas pos buat tas pos. Ih, sakit gila. Apa kanta carry ni? Sakit bos. Tak apa kan, kita belajar selalu. Jadi manusia ni kena belajar kan, kita belajar selalu. Ya, mati ya. Balik, balik.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all
Oh,
my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent,
ah.
discontent. I'm finally
Okay, sakit.
it all. Fearless.
Oh, banyak apa kau? Sakit gila. Mana nih gengnya?
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's
Santai.
over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life
Ah,
holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
kalah gengnya. Oi, sakit weh, carry. Lagi ya, mau balik. Dekoras, Domina Ice, Brand Hammer, Raja Namo.
Da chamada, chamada, na cena, matada, chamada, 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 na cena, matada, chamada, chamada, na cena, matada, chamada, chamada, na cena.
Puasa aku salah beli item ah. Dia nak salah beli item. Dia nak salah beli item. Apa? Sakit gila carry ya. Aku salah beli item ah. Apa dah, apa? Salah aku, salah aku.
You never seen this before. Now go full songs on a billboard. You don't even know about me, no. Listen to so much, you know. They said I would never, ever get better. They said I would never, ever get better.
Tak boleh kayaknya. Carry memang counter fairy lah, aku rasa. Boleh. Tak kalah. Ben udah salah salah je Idora Eudora.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver. Can you take me any deeper now? I gave you all I put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now.
Baik, kita lagi sekali kan. Salah beli item ah. Janganlah sebab salah beli item. Kalau kita beli anti chorus sama apa antena atau radian tadi dah boleh menang. Dominant Ice lah, Dominant Ice. Dah ke lagi. Cek. Anak itu cek. Siapa yang pada pakai ah? Lena, adakah Inana? Marksman 2 tu dahsyat tu ni. Ni dulu bro, sini farming ni dulu kan. Cara farming style baru ni harus ni dulu lawan ketam dan naik level cepat. Okay. Ya kan? up? Marksman-nya Sky 2 atas. Marksman-nya main Roma apa? Apalah sayang. Susu. Saya ramai-ramai. Oh, siuk lah Kai. Tak ada retry. Macam mana nak tu? Sekejap, aku level dulu. Level apa? Okay. 7 separuh. Sabar. Belah dulu. Okay, claim minion. Tower. Senang lah. Balik. Boleh lawan tak? 2 lawan 2. Let's go. Mati ya. Let's go. Bantai Kai. Ini lain-lainnya semoga bro. Astana. Okay, Tigrel, aku sampai. Okay, baik Tigrel. Weh, aku boleh main jungler tu. Biasa aku main roamer tau. Aku boleh main jungler weh. Isyak aku. Bang, sombong bang. Bukan. Confident namanya tu. Ada Nana, ada Nana. Macam mana sih? Nana ini atas ah. Coliknya Nana ya bro. Tapi hilang bro. Nah nih. Ah. Ada Nana kacau. Thank you dah follow Amira. Sedap juga pakai dia ni. Julian. Dia boleh main dua item kan, magic dengan physical. Lepas tu dia anti stun tau. Nak stun dia susah. Sebagainya. Kan, aku nak lock dia ni. Tak dapat kejar. Sabar melok. Ui. Dah boleh push lah. Let's go. Up. Pukul lot. Tete. Kesah. Selamat. Oh. Mana tank kita weh? Yang dia punya cakap. Yelah, kena push tahu lah. Ramai dong, ramai. Boleh, boleh, boleh. Ni. Mantap. Tinggal Laila je, tinggal lock Laila. Laila.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways,
Aduh,
till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
otak aku stun nak tadi.
we'll go.
Thank you Mr. M dah follow. Boleh. Pasal kena buat item ni.
Life along the way, melodies we haven't played.
Mesti kena ada 1000.
I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Sakitnya. Aku dah mati tu.
And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways,
So kita patut tekan selaju. Slow sangat Dari. Dah like game. Weh, dia dapat lari weh. Aha. Aku ada life steal lah. Come on lah. Dah. Boleh ni. Weh, la.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love.
Ui. Ah. Aduh, ada alpha. punya aku kan. Apa dia boleh di menata lah? Saya boleh menang ya.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel
Balik, balik.
like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the
Dah weh, kita mega minion weh. Boleh menang eh?
my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Boleh menang eh?
You say you wanna try, but you never do.
Menang.
There's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry,
Thank you Hamzah dah follow.
never do. Sugar, there's a reason
Thank you Aiman. Wih, menang ah. Tadi aku ada banyak juga buat silap. Patutnya aku dah boleh one by one lain lah. Aku pergi lari pak. Tak pasal dah lupa dah semua. Oh Isya, lain-lainnya top local tu. Follow dia kan. Shrine jom. Oh Dewi kan, dia ajak merah kan. Apa je lah. Macam biasa kan band Idora lah, sakit lah band Idora. Idora Sun ni wajib lah band. Sakit gila tu hero ni. Dia punya damage macam apa lah. Alhamdulillah. Nak pakai Nabi ya? Apa. Jangan dulu at least kena ada 2 hero kebal. pakai tu kurang sedap lah jangan. Pakai tu jungle lah. Pakai tu open ni. Weh, dia pakai Nabi tu. Alamak, kalah lah. Ke barat. Oi, dah pakai. Bagus barat pakai Mlbb. Sebenarnya nanti hero kebal ni caw ni damage kan. Okay. Susah nak deliver. Aku dah pasang. Itu bagus ya untuk rada-rada map. Ini. Farming je dinosaur ni. Terus ketan dembel aku. Tahu beli ni pun boleh. Mana tank? Tank dah balik. Kau mati bocok. Tambah HP kan, legend. Kenapa tu? Tan 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 Okay, kau nak farm dulu. Tu 2 minit ice, okey. Kau ada ni dah beli. Ada ni dah beli. Tak bagus antena lah. Jom. Dah pakai flicker. Dari. Oh, semua kat mid. Wah, kita beli pula item ni. Semua kat mid dah jadi apa? Pip. Fuck dulu. Payah cawan power tu. Nah, terus kita push kau. Mati Ali. Sampai 10 tahun. Macam nak tanya. Kena. Balik dinosaurku. Tapi tak mati tu. Aku hidup lagi. Lagi aku boleh item apa lagi? Habis ya. Ya, patut beli armor ya. Ya. Sakit kira. Ramai-ramai. Ambil ni dulu bawa drama. Tenang. Sakit lah. Wah, bebek video bunyi ais ya. Kejap. Sabar. Okay, aman. Daerahnya push tower ni. Nah ni, mampus lu. Aduh. Powernya different bro. Oh no. Yeah. Wah, mati nih cowok. Mati nih. Nabi di atas. Hello tonight, all right on the sky. Sabar bro. Buka map dulu, buka map. Oh yeah. Macam mana nak main? Lock die rock. Okay.
Flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Baik. Di atas bro. Faham bro. Wah, sakit. Macam mana M-nya boleh mati? Okey, bagus Syau. Mati tu tengah. Thank you dah follow Rio. Thank you yang dah tap. Macam mana nak menang doh? Kita semua kena harapkan Laila ni. Kita kena jaga Laila, geng. Abang, aku beli antena dulu ni. Sakit syak God. Na 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 na. Aman, santai. Ali takkan berani lah. Lalu sini. Oi. Sudah. Kalah gaya. Aduh, kenapa tank pergi maju locknya high loss dah pergi lock. Kenapa dia pergi lock tank? Ciao. Aduh, Ciao-nya buat silap kan, dia pergi masuk bawah tadi. MVP.
I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it
Tak apa Laila,
a feel of discontent,
belajar lagi ya main. Jangan perasa.
fearless.
Malah cowok aku main dengan dia ni. Jap.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Da chamada, chamada, na cena. Matada, chamada, 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 na cena. Matada, chamada, chamada, na cena. Matada, chamada, chamada, na cena. Matada, chamada.
All the ladies hold up, hop in the ride, it's a brand new motor. Get on the fly, live la vida loca. My body fine, it's a Coca-Cola. Hold on, no one no sleep and I swear to total. Throwing it back when I press rewind. Losing her mind when she see that motion. Yeah, straight to the bag, get racks in the morning. Star boy on the film named Marin. Feel like Brazil had a man named ballin'. Shoot my shot, then I'm scoring. No one does it better. Body curving, how she swerving like a trifecta. We can have a party in the favela. Body curving, how she swerving like a trifecta. We can have a party in the
You never see this
appreciate our beloved sponsor, Freedom Back. Thank you very much for hosting and supporting this event. Just again, being general partners for Mlbb here, Mobile. We appreciate you so much. Without you, this whole beautiful event wouldn't be possible.
That's so true. I mean, before we jump into the game, pretty soon, let's just take a step back and look at the Phygital Games, because literally this is the last day for the whole Phygital Games of the Future 2026 here in Astana. I mean, what a beautiful city to talk about. This is one hell of a city, I would say. I mean, very futuristic. Everything, you've got everything, and perfect weather as well at the moment, right? We've been having a great time here in Astana. And of course, Phygital Games of the Future, the final day of this season. It's coming to an end, and we are slightly sad. Let's say final day once again. Welcome to Phygital Games of the Future and Mlbb, the final day right here. My name is Heidi, and I've got my handsome co-host right there, Steel Borko, right there with me. And today is the day that we all have been waiting for, the finals for Mlbb, and we'll be seeing two matches today, and God knows how many games, how many maps they're gonna go, because we have a best of 3 going for this for the 3rd place, and of course the finals, the grand finals, going for a best of 5. That's going to be one battle to watch between Onyx and Bigatron by Vitality, and I mean, this is what we've been waiting for so far.
Yeah, and not only about that, we're also going to play 3rd place.
Yes.
So as in traditional sports, we'll be having on the 3rd place is going to be Selangor Red Giants against the Aurora Gaming. Yes, Aurora just lost in the very tilting match, I would say, because it was relatively close. They were up on 1-0 against Bigatron by Vitality, but nonetheless Bigatron Vitality is here for the reason, and they'll be participating a little bit later. We'll be focusing more on Team SRG against Team Aurora Gaming.
Of course, I mean, we're going to start with SRG and Aurora Gaming pretty soon, and then we move to the grand finals, which we are keeping for the last, of course, to get that excitement running with everyone, with Onyx versus Bigatron by Vitality. I mean, everybody here in the arena, everybody's pumped up. I mean, I could see Steelwalker coming very excited today. I mean, all the energy up all over the place. So this is going to be interesting to watch. We have up next SRG versus Aurora. If you look at the performances yesterday in the semifinals, everybody actually put up a really good fight. We had SRG facing Onyx yesterday, which they unfortunately had to lose, but they still got a chance for grabbing that third place today. We only went 2 maps yesterday with SRG and Onyx, and I mean, both of the maps, Onyx took it. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean SRG is bad. I mean, they really put up a fight yesterday. The scores were, I mean, for the first game we had, for the first map we had 7-14 kills, and where Onyx took the 14, of course, and also 9-20 yesterday for the second game, I mean, second map, and that was the end of yesterday's best of 3 for SRG. So, but again, it's a good thing they got one more chance today.
Definitely is. Like you were saying, there is no bad teams. There are only good teams. That's why they're participating here at the Game of the Future here at 2026 here in Astana. I would like to mention to you guys that Team SRG versus Aurora Gaming, they actually met each other at the group stage, and SRG won them 2-0, actually, surprisingly. And before that, let's get back to our history of the Game of the Future. Let's take a look at the beautiful video.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Games of the Future 2026 here in Astana. For the next several days, Astana will host one of the most exciting sporting events of the year. But this isn't a regular sports tournament. The Games of the Future bring together the best of both worlds, traditional sports and cyber sports, in a unique format called Phygital, which combines physical and digital competition. In Phygital sports, athletes have to perform both on the screen and on the field. They need fast reactions, smart decision-making, teamwork, and physical fitness. Winning here takes much more than mastering just one side of the game. This year, the tournament welcomes more than 800 athletes from more than 50 countries, competing across 8 different disciplines. Players, coaches, fans, and technology brands have all come together in Astana to be part of this global event. The competition is fierce, with a prize pool of over $4 million. But the Games of the Future are about more than just winning. They show how sport is changing and how technology is creating new ways to compete. The event has already attracted a huge global audience. The tournaments are watched by hundreds of millions of people, most of them between the ages of 18 and 34, a younger generation who are invested in both sports and digital competitions. It's clear that Phygital sports are becoming one of the fastest growing trends in the world of competition. Over the next few days, we'll take you behind the scenes, meet the athletes, hear their stories, and find out what it takes to succeed in this one-of-a-kind tournament. From quick interviews and fun challenges to exciting matches, we'll show you everything happening at the Games of the Future. So stay with us as we explore the future of sport, right here in Astana. Let's get started.
That was a beautiful video about Games of the Future, the history, and of course what's been happening for the Games of the Future this year as well. I mean, something really cool that they mentioned is we got more than 800 athletes, I mean, competing. We are talking about being a part and competing in the tournaments and in all the disciplines, we got 8 disciplines for Games of the Future this year. Plus, I mean, the athletes are from more than 50 countries. I mean, this is truly huge, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's also a very international place, and just fortunate to be here. As you guys were seeing on the video, just quick reminder, Phygital Sports. What is Phygital Sports? It's about a little bit about the sports and about the actual digital. But before that, let's take a look at one more thing that we'd like to share to you guys.
The Phygital Virtual, you can watch all the games right there up on our official website, phygital-plus.com. Make sure you watch, because today is literally the last day where you can watch Phygital Games for the Future for 2026. So we tell you, do not miss this, because today is an action-packed day everywhere. All the discipline that remains, we got the finals, grand finals running today. So one good day to watch this on the website. Check out phygital-plus.com to watch all that. But getting back to where we were, like SRG versus Aurora coming up next. And let's take a look at the players. I mean, for SRG, we've got Cram, Uni, Stormy, Yums, and Innocent. I'm really looking forward if the Innocent and Yums are going to go with that power combo, which they actually went 2 days ago with. The Harley and Melissa, yet to see. But we got the brackets up on the screen. Finally, we are at the end.
Definitely we're at the end here, and as we can see, Aurora, they managed through winning Falcons, but they lost to Bigatron by Vitality. However, the Aurora Gaming, like we got Pago here twice, I believe, at here in the panel desk. He was mentioning us that they came here to beat Onyx at 3-0. Unfortunately, that's not the case, but they will be playing for the third place. And would like to also remind you guys about our website. That will be shown down below, astana2026.gofuture.games. You guys can take a look to make sure to not miss any announcements, any feedbacks, any information that is related to our games of the future.
Of course, and let's also take a look at Aurora, who competed yesterday. We got all the 4 teams competing yesterday, so we have all the same 4 teams competing today as well. But let's not forget, make sure you manage your finances wisely, and that's where the Center Credit actually comes into effect. You got a QR code up on the screen. Make sure you scan that, download the Center Credit online banking app, and manage your finances easily with Center Credit. Huge shout out to the partner Center Credit for that. Back again with Aurora Gaming. I mean, the team is huge as well. I mean, we got Rosa, we got Pagu, TNZ, one of the best players we have seen in the team so far with a consistent performance, I would say, except for that one game yesterday where TNZ went a bit, But other than that, he's been going strong. And then we got Sigibom, who actually grabbed 2 or 3 MVPs in the last 3 days. And then Lunar, of course, competing and contributing to the whole team as well. I mean, they had competed against Bigatron yesterday. Bigatron's going to be the grand finals today, but against Bigatron, there was 11-4. They went through 3 maps, right? And it's going to be interesting to see how many maps they're going to go today. But before we move on, huge shout out to Sven, because something cool that they're doing. They're gifting their high quality audio equipment to all the finalists for every discipline that's happening in Games of the Future 2026. Huge shout out to them, because that's so cool what they're doing, right?
Yeah, definitely. They're giving, as Heidi just now was explaining, they give premium audios, and thank you very much, Sven, for doing that. But let's get back to the Selangor Red Giants. Here we see Innocent, Yum, Stormy, Uni, Cram, as you were pointing it out earlier. Yeah. About Aurora Gaming though. Like Aurora, here we go. Sigibon, Pagu, Rosa, TNZ, and Lunar. The team itself, it's actually doing very well. I mean, playing consistent. It didn't work out for them. They've been losing, and they were having tight games overall, and just overall it was a little bit challenging. Yeah. Hopefully they're not tilted from yesterday's series, and they will be playing for their fullest here at Jack to Jack Arena. We're hearing now teams are getting ready, players are getting ready, the fans are even getting ready, guys. I hope you're guys getting ready as well, and we'd like to pass our words to our beloved casters, Wolf and Niso, in any time soon from now. Meanwhile, you have any final words before
I mean, I'm really excited. The first map of this day, I mean, the day that everything is getting decided. So we will see how it goes. Over to the casters, Wolf and Niso.
Harmony between worlds rests on a fragile balance. Legends of the Great Step tell of the sun-headed man who helped maintaining the connection between the worlds for centuries. But sometimes, the very nature of existence disrupts the natural order of things. When the ancient power left the sun-headed man, the balance shifted.
Attention. Massive energy surge detected.
The energy within the sun-headed man's artifact has awakened.
So, the chosen ones are already there?
Newbies without a guide. Then it's time to meet them. Someone's got to get them up to speed.
Look what my robot can do.
Not now. I'm playing.
In search of those destined to restore the lost harmony, the energy split into 3 parts.
Hey, I'm one of the guardians of balance between the worlds. When the ancient power awakened in Kazakhstan, it chose you. You're the ones who can restore the sun-headed man's power and bring the worlds back into harmony. Guess even ancient powers can surprise you. Looks like the squad's finally complete. But until the sun-headed man is fully charged, the 2 worlds will keep drifting apart. So, no pressure, but we're counting on you.
And so began the story of the new heroes. Ahead of them lay the greatest challenge of all, the games of the future in Astana.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last and final day of Games of the Future 2026 happening in Astana, there in Kazakhstan. Of course, if you guys are joining us, we are coming at you live online. It's me, Naisu, and Wolf to bring you the action today throughout this final day. We got a match for thirds here, and then we've got the grand finals to follow after this. So first, we're gonna have to focus up on this, and you know there is things at stake here, Wolf, and the biggest thing that we can talk about is obviously the prize pool. It's absolutely massive, 900,000, almost $1 million across this. And between the third and fourth place, just if people are curious, It's about 40-ish plus $1,000 difference. That's quite a bit of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money that teams are going to be playing for, and that's the reason why you should really take this seriously. I personally don't like the fact that there are third place matches, but if there's like millions of pesos in between them, now you're thinking, okay, yeah, we really have to really play this one out. At the same time, I think that we're slowly getting used to this kind of tournaments. The first time that the third place match was held outside of a federation tournament, we were like questioning it, but now that we've seen it many times, I think it's just natural. And the reason why that is because we want to still see our semi-finalists. Like Aurora Gaming, for example, I would hate to not see them play again. And that's also true for SRG. They made a lot of fans around the world. We know that they can actually get into the finals and beat their opponents, but here they are fighting for the glory of third place. It still is going to be a very interesting match.
Yeah, I think that was a nail biter that we had yesterday in the matchup against with Aurora Gaming and Bigatron by Vitality to see who was going to make it to the grand final. Honestly, it was a 3-game series after the sweep between Onyx and SRG, and it was a great one because at game 3, it was nearly 20 minutes. But I think the most interesting thing in the stuff that I heard and saw online after that was the picks, man. And shortly we'll be here in the draft because we're talking about the Matilda and Ixia pick coming through, and then of all people, of all heroes, a Mia ends up going in the hands of Emon for Bigatron by Vitality to work. So, I remember someone posting this, Wolf, and just saying, what even is the meta right now?
Well, I guess my quick answer to that, and that was proven by the lineup that was brought by Bigatron yesterday, and in combination with what Onyx has been doing, as well as what Team Spirit has been doing as of late, is to win your matchups, right? I think that's, if there's anything that you want to take away from the meta, and if you want to just understand it easier right now, just win your matchups in the laning stage, and you're gonna be fine. And if you can't win, for example, your gold versus gold matchup is not gonna win, what you have to do is just pick a hero in the middle that will win that lane, and then your roamer can now get into the gold lane. It's like you compensate in other parts of the draft. That's what I'm trying to say. So I said so many things, but all I'm trying to say is that you just have to win your laning matchups. That's the meta, basically. Because if you win your lane matchups, it means you win the early game.
Yeah, but who would have thought, Who would have thought that matchup in the gold lane would have been an Ixia and a Mia? I mean, even when Leo and I were going through that draft, that was not on our list, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And I don't think it was on a lot of people's lists. But I know people were rejoicing that the fact that even Mia gets a win might be promising for some people, not just the Mia mains out there, but also just, again, the people that like to kind of go outside the norm or outside the meta that, we're used to seeing. Because I would say we've already kind of got that standard going where it's like, there's already going to be that trade for the Barretts, the Belric probably, the Atlas if it's not banned out, Nolan and Hirata in the jungle, Melissa's the topmost picked hero right now. So when it is something different that goes against the norm, I'm all for it. As someone who likes to go against the meta and who, played one hero before he actually was meta, which was Gord. I was happy to see it too.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think with the Mia or heroes like this, like Mia, right? It's hard to justify them from a normal person's perspective. But I guess if you played the gold lane so much and you obviously have grinded it out in the Land of Dawn and in-game and through your scrims, through the actual tournaments, your understanding of the game is, it exceeds what normal people could understand. And that's probably, this is my guess, this is the reason why Eman, when asked why he picked the Mia, is that he looked at the heroes and he feels like it fits. Like, what the hell kind of explanation that is. But if you dig deeper, I think what he's trying to say is that my knowledge tells me that having the Mia without any kind of threat to the Mia is gonna be okay.
Yeah, I think what made it work though too was the fact that you eventually had that Rafaela. The Rafaela is a really big game changer. Just because of the fact that you get that revive, and we saw a lot of the fights going through that game 3 where Aurora Gaming would get one of the members down, a Bigatron by Vitality, but then because of the revive, they're back to full fighting form quickly, and that was one of the things that we've seen now for different teams that have drafted in that Rafaela, and now you see the trades happening between a Matilda, for example, Matilda, Rafaela. And I don't know how much of that is going to be different here in the third place match, but the band are really pretty standard from what we've seen. Vizzy, the Atlas going on, Keto there, Freya, pretty much red side, staple. And I think the main question is you go ahead and just grab the Herrera for Uni. I think that's one of the main things they'll be contending or trading it out for the Barretts.
Yeah. That's I believe I was able to talk to some of the players, and they feel the same way as I feel like. Of course, you pick up Melissa, Hirara. Those are the biggest, I would say, heroes of the patch. But it definitely is Barretts that will take #1 place when it comes to what is the most OP hero, and because of how much impact there could be with this hero with the Barretts. A lot of players feel confident that it is indeed the strongest hero we have in our meta game right now. We're about to see it, if it will be picked up again. Aurora Gaming, they like playing the Eudora, but they also like to play Tienzi's hero, maybe Rosa's hero, third pick, or even into that more later into the draft. Okay, is this Barretts or Hirara? I think
they're gonna go Hirara, man. I think they're gonna go Hirara. I wonder what the audience is more a fan of. Are they Aurora Gaming fans or are they SRG fans? Because yesterday everybody in the audience had their, the signs on their phones and everything else, and it was good to see. I know there's a lot of Onyx fans waiting to see if Onyx can be a repeat champion here, but as we wait for this next pickup for SRG, that'll tell us what's going to be traded out. Is it the Barretts? Hirara can work. Both are good, and both kind of start your composition off great, especially on blue side, and it's going to be neither, man. It's the Melissa, the other hero that has been rising once again in priority, although it's been picked the most. But is this worth the trade? You give the Barretts over, and probably, I don't know, what, the Belric? Hirara? Belric?
Yeah. Both can work. Both are good, but I think they will go Hirara because they want to reach this Melissa. And Tienzi with any kind of hero is already really good. And if you give him an OP hero, he's gonna make it work for sure. Especially with the help of the Barretts as well. If you add those two factors, then it's a no-brainer to pick up the Hirara this time for Aurora Gaming. Oh, SRG. I think the next thing you'll do is get maybe Nolan and then get the Uranus, I feel like, is
that's
the
what I was
other
thinking.
option here. Yeah.
Just grab the Uranus. I almost half expected, I guess that's why they decided to go ahead and trade. It was we'll take the Melissa because there definitely could have been a trade instead where Aurora Gaming picked up a Uranus, because that seems to be more of an answer when the Melissa is there. They like to go ahead and build in that, pick up that XP lane for the Uranus pick. But Barretts, like you mentioned, probably the most impactful, I would say, hero right now. Whoa, it's going to be a Fanny instead for Uni. But like you mentioned, instead of the Nolan, it's Fanny, and then the Uranus goes over. It makes sense. But yeah, do you think the Fanny is that a good pick for Uni right now?
Yeah. All things considered, yes. My brain defaulted into thinking that Fanny was automatically banned, but it isn't. And that meant that this time for SRG, they're going to get a strong hero in a way that it can make a lot of outplays. It's a strong hero when used properly, is what I'm trying to say, right? So, still not the easiest to pilot. Aurora Gaming, though, a great response is the Matilda. Typically, when you're facing against the Fanny, you would look for any kind of lockdown, right? But some teams have realized that we don't really need a lot of stunts against the Fanny. If we can sustain ourselves, then it also works against the Fanny, because all of a sudden you're not controlling the Fanny, but the Fanny is not taking down anyone. So you're gonna be safe. So yeah, I do understand why this is the solution now for Aurora Gaming.
I mean, when the Fanny was popped up one time, we saw the Kufra be the choice to deal with it. But I think the Matilda obviously just works better with this, especially when you have a Barrett's already there and just already a mobile enough hero in the Herrera that, you know, if you have a guiding wind, then that's great. Good ban here, because I expected Rafaela to be picked up by SRG if it was let free, because that seems to be also the typical response, right? There's a Matilda over here. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a Rafaela. We had this whole debate yesterday, or I shouldn't say debate. We had a discussion, man. You know, it was about the utility provided by the Rafaela, like how she can speed up her whole team in comparison to where like Matilda, you basically can guiding wind one person. You know what I mean? So it's like we kind of saw that in action a lot. Where now this Rafaela, I think, is going to be the immediate answer to a Matilda. So gold lane ban coming out, that Moskov. Now we have to question what is going the gold lane. We got a whole... Hey, they're going opposite of each other. The sweeps, one for Aurora, one for SRG.
Beside each other as well. I think they've been watching ever since, right? I think I kind of recognize that. They probably have watched since day one, so that's pretty cool. For Aurora, you're going to be looking... Okay, they immediately go Brody. Good answer to the Melissa, and also good answer to the Fanny. So I think this checks both boxes. Another option might be the Moscow, which I would have said. However, it is going to struggle against the early comp of SRG. So the Brody makes total sense here. You now have to look for your burst from your mage if you're SRG. So I wonder if this is like Novaria plus a stun. Maybe Novaria and Cho, maybe?
Novaria Cho.
Yeah.
Novaria has also just kind of risen ever since her little buff that she's gotten recently. The Cho has been banned out quite a bit, though. So now that it's open, we'll see if that goes in the hands of Yums. Would work. You can also scout out if you do grab that Novaria with that Astral. Whoa, okay. No Astral Echo. It's going to be a diversion with this Louis Yi. And then the Minotaur. Wow. So they got two tanky dudes.
Yep, they get the condition that they need. Two tanky dudes with the Melissa. I am partial about this Louis because it is easy to dive with the Matilda and with the Hirara. And it does not necessarily solve the Brody problem, but it solves the Barrett's problem, because now if you're fronting so much with the Barretts, you allow for the Louis to just dish out damage from the backside with the duality
procs,
duality procs through the dispersion. And the Eudora is just a good way to clean this up. Aurora Gaming, they have drafted a very standard draft. I feel like very safe, very strong in the metagame. Whereas SRG, this global lineup that they have, it does have a lot of potential to go with it. I'm just scared that this might be such a greedy lineup for SRG. Greedy in a way that it needs a lot of farm.
Well, some final words here from the coaches, of course. Coach Midnight, Coach Arcadia, on the opposite ends here with the teams. I would definitely say it's one of those cases, man, where I am also questioning what is the meta, because with what SRG brought to the table, it's a very just specific to them. And I think the play style they want to take to a game one, and I'm all for it. Again, I like that there is some of this flavor being thrown around with our current drafts, with our pickings, and I'm all for it. But let's see if that kind of uniqueness ends up working against, yes, a more standard lineup that we've seen before, especially from Aurora Gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into the land of Dawn here. It's game one of our third place deciding match between Selangor Red Giants and Aurora Gaming. Wolf, let's take a quick look at the emblems.
I would say pretty standard. They're not seeing anything so different in here. Inspire and Wilderness Blessing for Stormy, so pretty standard. And
wow.
Yep, nothing really out of the ordinary for both teams.
Some really good dodges there from Rosa, by the way. A little sidestep here and there. Able to go ahead and poke down. Again, the Eudora has also, it's so funny how Eudora was just picked and picked and picked until she kind of slowly fell down, and like you mentioned, that Eudora, whoa, there is burst on Uni.
Oh, so much damage out there.
Did he just show up there and want to fight Tienzi, or?
I don't know. Frankly, Naisu, I lagged a little bit. I was blurred from his. I didn't see the start of it at the end of it. But here they want to contest this purple buff take. That's just Pagu. And that's going to be enough for SRG. They will actually use Cram to zone out Pagu, dropping the Matilda down to 50% HP. But that's a Matilda, so topping up once again is not going to be a problem.
Hey, you know what? We'll just say that happened to Uni too. just leave it at that. But yeah, that's an early death you don't want to take, especially on a Fanny. Again, most of the times when the Fannies are brought up, we know that if you struggle early on or you get behind, you kind of default into this. Instead of looking for kills, it's like you're pushing the map elsewhere. Looks like he might try to make an attempt on Tienzi now.
I do want to die. Tienzi! Oh, so much damage coming from Uni! Oh. And then dodges Lunar too. Lunar could not go for any sort of exchange, and Aurora Gaming just snoozed for a little bit. They already lost one of their heroes up top. That's Tienzi down for the count. Turtle being started by SRG right now. Uni back in action to collect it. That's how fast the Fanny can travel around the map. 3-man stun coming out from Aurora Gaming, from Rosa, but SRG will be safe. They get out there.
Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Uni getting revenge there. Able to go ahead and take out TNZ. That's fine. Innocent now. Oh, Innocent, you're in trouble.
Innocent is in trouble. Go away. Already used, but the damage from Rosa is too much. Innocent actually keeps himself alive. The heal coming up from Victor is enough. No one Fury will not hit, but the secondary stun will. In comes Uni once again, but TNZ is not the best target now for SRG. And if I'm seeing this correctly, you can see that TNZ actually has a lot more EXP compared to the Fanny. For sure. I'll have to look at that later. So it kind of means that TNZ is not too far away from SRG even after the death up top.
Yeah, I can't believe no one died in that fight. It was a great use of the ultimate from the Melissa there. Innocent dropping down the go away from me. Knew that they had a diversion. This is one of the things we saw in the past couple days here for Games of the Future, where the gold laners, if they're picking these kind of traditional marksmen, let's say even aside from the Melissa, right, because she's got that ultimate, but before she has the ultimate, you see so much pressure put into that lane to try to convert a kill early on, delay them as much as possible. This is even what happened to Emon last night. But then eventually, if you have a diversion to bring the team there quickly, all the better. And this is also why we saw, I believe, the Luyi banned out a couple times too, because teams just didn't want to give that to the opponent.
Yeah, it's one of those heroes that will always be a problem, no matter what, because you're always looking over your shoulders, technically speaking. But here, for the side of SRG, they really have to control this Lord, this upcoming turtle. You don't want to give a lot more mileage for Aurora Gaming. To be fair, Aurora Gaming are positioning themselves well. Look at how fast the Barretts can move with the Matilda. From top now to mid now, going to be the turtle. They saw Cram. TNZ pokes the turtle this time. Pagu scouts them out. It's a slow take. In comes the Melissa into the fray. Want to go for Cram this time, committing some of their spells and abilities, but not much commitment. Muddles defend of Aurora for a little bit. They go the patience coming up from Aurora. They do get the retribution, but the kill coming up from the Melissa. Oh, the circling eagle is not that on point, as Yunus is very tanky. Two tanky dudes protecting this Melissa, allowing for Melissa to get a kill in exchange for the turtle.
Okay, Tienzi's gonna get out of there. That was a turtle that they had to fight for. Just couldn't find the opening. And yeah, I would say, this is kind of the case. Whoa, hold on.
Hold on,
Rosa?
they still want to go for more. Rosa will be able to get out. Pagu's just so good with the Matilda, man.
That's what Matilda does. You think a fight is about to break out, and it's just, it's a feint. It's not actually going to happen just because they can just disengage, guiding wind on out. Nice stun there, but this is Cram on the Uranus. He'll tank that up. Oh,
Oh, they do go for the play up top. Uni is down. Just like that. Very simple for SRG to be able, for Aurora Gaming to be able to take out the Fanny. And it seems like, yeah, Lunar is enough and they get more as Yums is taken out. They're not respecting the damage of Aurora Gaming.
Hey, man, every single time I see a Brody tear apart some memories, you gotta walk away from it, you know? Like, it's the cool way to do it. Stormy's gonna be in trouble. Oh, Circling Eagle.
Circling Eagle, they go in. It's gonna be enough for now, but that is just for them to shoo away the members of SRG as they were taking the objective anyways. Great take coming out from Aurora Gaming. Will be able to push into the bottom lane. And in the middle, they put their they place their influence once again in here.
Cool.
Oh, look at this! They're just farming up top. The Brody with the Matilda again. Oh my goodness! There's so much that Paga is doing.
You can just rotate as quickly as you need to. I mean, I guess in a way for SRG, at least you're on flying clouds. A lot of these deaths early on, you know, you'll be back up, you just join the fight, but I think they're getting to this point where they're falling behind. Daytona's welcome.
Daytona's welcome for the entry, but the counter from the backline, Snow Stance, Yums is out. And the problem they have with this Uranus is that although it's very tanky, it doesn't really threaten for any stun, so there's no stoppage from SRG. They still want to take this turtle fight. Torn apart memory hurts. In comes Uni and wants to take out Pagu, but Pagu, that's not a good target. It's the Matilda. In fact, Aurora Gaming are returning in kind. They do take the turtle and they actually fend off Uni. The Aurora Gaming siege composition is now online. 5-man unit in the middle. Hirara with a dodge. And they will also escape the Minoan Fury. And there's a 4-man stun coming out from Sigibu. More electrifying damage coming out from both this Eudora as well as this Brody. The double electric composition coming out from Aurora Gaming. It's too much to handle.
Is that what Brody has? Does he have electricity in those marks?
I think so.
You know, he's got the, I don't know what it is, arcane energy or whatever it is, but it definitely hurts. And that's a kill that's easy to get for them. Off the stun, the lightning ball stun.
Oh, Lunar again. They do have the damage. Flicker committed. That's going to be enough. Lunar bid his time down the bottom lane. Understood where the Fanny could be. Game sense as well as game IQ from Lunar is top of the line for sure.
That's why I said, man, you can't give Lunar the Barretts. Oh, he's going to take some damage here, though, but he's got enough shields and he can just Guiding Wind out of this, but I think it's a bait. They're going to force the Flicker anyway. There's a heal from Yums. But look at this. Lunar just knows. He's so safe to be able to just say, I can play at less than half health. I can just fly. Like, I can evolve whatever this dinosaur is, I can then get wings because I have a Matilda in the hands of Pagu.
I just like how Aurora Gaming are so good with it. Most especially the way they're utilizing the Matilda. It allows for the Barretts to get into the fight, the Brody to get into the farm. And whenever they press the attack, you know that they can be aggressive because there will be the Matilda to heal them up anyways. So they're always incentivized to make an aggressive play against SRG. And not only are they doing that, they're also making the right moves. They're reading the map like crazy. And now Uni wants to poke TNZ. Look at that. All the damage that Uni was able to deal, it's the Matilda with just one skill 2. And they're topped up.
Okay. Topped up. Lord is up. Aurora Gaming's got control of it. As you can see, this is what I was saying with the problem with Fanny, man. If you get behind like this, you default to just being in the opposite lane to get some push, because that's all about you can do. So Lord is secured. Aurora Gaming gets that secured. They're going to be looking for another kill. You're not going to be able to survive this as Cram tries to get away. He does pop the Consecrate, but TNZ will pick up that one, and they're going to take this tier 2 turret down as well.
Amazing siege coming out from Aurora Gaming. SRG seems like they can't do anything right now. Holy Shields to be popped with just one minion up top. So good setup coming out from Aurora Gaming. And they will try to push TNC going into the backlines just to poke, just to force some reactions. Reactions are there coming out from SRG as Innocent dips himself into that fight. They do defend and they will only lose about 30% HP on their turret up top. But Aurora Gaming are relentless. They want to try in the middle because they do have the Lord. TNZ, look at that. how brave TNZ is. Forcing reactions again from SRG. No more holy shields. Onto the backlines though. Great initiation from Innocent. Catching the Brody. They take out one. That's an immediate takedown. SRG finding the Brody. The heals coming up from Pagu wasn't enough. And it will be Innocent to collect the kill. All the while that's happening, Uni is going to be there. Look at this, the diversion play. I really want to find out how they took out the Brody, but I guess it's just a duality stack. And for some reason, they take out one kill. Uni, now Lunar in trouble. Overstaying in front of SRG. Cram pops the recalls, but you gotta be careful. TNZ on the backlines. Yumes receives the damage. Damage from Melissa though. They're returning in kind, SRG. TNZ still wants to fight.
No
in comes
way.
Pagu with the Circling Eagle. They stun Stormy, but there's no follow-up just yet. They're quite slow. They want to go for another kill. They eventually take out Yumes with the damage coming in from TNZ. 3 versus 3. But the damage of torn apart memory, poking them down. TNZ wants to collect the kill, but he won't be able to do so. Cram overstayed, and now he's able to with a Sky Piercer. Skiggy Boom is gonna take the turn. And they want to go for more up top, and they're not stopping. Nice to Aurora Gaming is way too good at it.
Wolf, the fight started in the base, it went down to the mid lane, and then ended in the base of SRG. And that was probably one of the longest continued fights we've seen in MLBB. I mean, my goodness, is that, again, the power of the Matilda, and also got throw in some flying clouds there too, right? Give it up to the flying clouds to bring everybody back into the fight that quick. But it all resulted into some base turrets going down for SRG. I still have to commend what they were able to do, how they found Siggy Bum and actually were able to defend in the base and try to turn the tide. That might have been the best opportunity that they had to make something happen. Unfortunately, it didn't, but they did start to get at least a little bit of gold in their pockets. Now, Innocent picks up a major defensive item, gets the Wind of Nature at least, and what we're seeing here is Aurora Gaming is weaving around TNZ. TNZ has these stacks here, and they just kind of whittle down the members of the SRG and then want him to go ahead and finish it up with that stack, that Sky Piercer that he has. So Siggy Bum's going to go ahead and start up this Lord. It spawns in. I'm wondering, the Selengar Red Giants actually want to contest this?
Well, Stout keep getting taken out by Aurora Gaming quickly. Or they utilizing the models this time. No ultimate commitment just yet. Lunar wants to go in. TNZ is here. They want to poke Cram. And not even poke. They're threatening for a lethal. Now up against her. The no Lunar goes in. But the damage coming up from Rosa. Go away. Stopping 2. It's not going to be enough. The Hirara will be able to get the kill. TNZ onto the backline. Still, they're fighting dead for now. Does pop the immortality with Uri going in. Damage coming out from Stormy will not be enough as they get away from danger zone, and the kill onto Innocent is enough for Aurora Gaming to retreat and get to the Lord this time.
So they retreat. That was really good juggling happening there. Uni was able to go ahead and at least get TNZ low enough, but he bought the immortality. That proc, he was able to get it out with a guiding wind. Then he picked up a Winter Crown too. He hasn't used the Winter Crown, so he still has that, and he maintains that Sky Piercer that he has. But there is starting to show that it's getting a little bit harder to just kind of force into these fights. They have to rely on Lunar to get the Daytona's welcome or the stuns from Rosa, and that's one of the major things. Now that they've got the Lord though, and there's only one base turret for SRG, this is going to be another case of, can they pull off this defense? Can they make something happen? Whoa, Cramp!
Wow, is not gonna survive. The Sky Piercer from TNZ makes quick work now. They will use the Daytona's welcome for another tank hero. That's Yumes. Will not survive long. Siggy Boom feels confident. The turn of our memory is gonna be enough because there are no tank heroes anymore for SRG. They're not taking the base, and Innocent with it. They want to go for a clean wipe, but it won't matter. Game 1 goes for Aurora Gaming.
What a clinic put on by Aurora Gaming, and especially TNZ here with the Hirara. Again, 10 kills, I think. And it looks like, they're happy about it. Rosa checking the eye there. I think they were celebrating really good about that one because, man, was that a great game 1 in this best of 3. Again, it's a best of 3 for this 3rd place match. Aurora Gaming gets the first one. We're going to throw it to a break before we go to the studio.
And what a first game here today for the Grand Finals day. But we are here finding the third place at Mlbb Championship. But we had just had the game, and then Aurora Gaming took it. I mean, what a performance by TNZ and Sigibom. Really nice one.
Yeah, I mean, what a game from Aurora Gaming overall in general. I mean, they yesterday I was thinking today that they might be a little bit tilted because they were losing yesterday heavily when they were winning. But you know what? Who's winning? Winning our partner, because Freedom. Thank you very much for making this beautiful tournament happen and sponsoring Mlbb tournament here in beautiful Kazakhstan and a beautiful game of the future here in Astana. We'd like to appreciate you so much, so that you're just being nice, and thank you very much for that. Back to the thing. So what I was saying earlier, I was saying that I personally thought that Aurora could be tilted from the factor that they lost to go to the grand finals. However, we see completely different results. I mean, they looked strong and they played phenomenally, and I just appreciate Aurora for stepping up today and actually doing their best and showing their, I mean, why they're professionals, you know what I mean? Not being emotional and just giving their best here at beautiful stage of at the Jack Arena.
I mean, we got the highlights up on the screen now. This is how the game started. I mean, they had really good picks during the draft phase. I mean, TNZ with Hirara, which actually did great yesterday by Makairi from Onyx. So great performance by TNZ back at it again. He just backed out yesterday for one game, but today he's back again with the performance. I think kind of Aurora kind of had the map for themselves. To be honest, from the start. Great start by Aurora Gaming here, and by 11th minute they already had 6 kills lead, and of course a good difference in the gold as well, around 5k difference advantage when it comes to gold for Aurora Gaming. Great performance, I should say, Sigibom as well with the Brody. Good play. I mean, towards the end when they took the Uni, that was a good pick right there. I mean, towards the end they just marched right into the base of Sanango Red Giants, took it away. A good play. I mean, this leaves them 1 in lead when it comes to the overall score for the best of 3 now. If Sanango Red Giants really need to come back up, getting that third, they really need to step up for the next game that's coming up right after this one. You will see how the fights went down next to the base, and I think at this point it was pretty much sure that Aurora Gaming was going to get it.
It was a pure dominance from Aurora Gaming. Let's put it. Let's be real here. I would like to. You were saying Sigibom and TNZ. Don't get me wrong. The 2 players are phenomenal, but I would like to specify Rosa and Pagu. Pagu with 0 kills, with 0 deaths, but 10 assists. In the other hand, with Rosa as well, 1 kill and I believe 9 assists or 7 assists, somewhere there. Also with the 0 deaths. I mean, they just played phenomenally in the game number 1 here. As you can see, TNZ with 10 kills. Yeah, like I said, Rosa with the 10 assists at the end of the game, and Pagu with 12 assists. I mean, just an incredible performance for everybody from the team of Aurora Gaming. That was clean. That was good. That was by the book, and it was really professional from them, because I personally thought it would be challenging, because Selangor Red Giants, I mean, just to remind you guys, they beat Aurora Gaming before here at the Game of the Future here at the Group A, I believe. Yeah, they did the 2-0. So, and Selangor Red Giants look promising in my opinion, but however, this game actually now surprised me personally, and it will be interesting if Selangor Red Giants have their strength through and they can come back in the game number 2 and after the game number 3. However, nonetheless, would like to appreciate Yandex Go for making our lives easier, making the fans' lives easier here at beautiful Astana. Make sure to download the app, get a cab, use the Yandex Taxi, and it's just amazing that we're thanking you guys for making our lives easier here in beautiful Astana.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we saw during the draft phase, we saw Melissa was picked by Innocent again. I mean, I was really hoping there was going to be that combo again, Melissa and
Harley.
Yeah, Harley. I mean, Yums love to pick Harley, but that didn't happen. But I mean, Melissa, that was a good pick as well by SRG right there. And of course, I mean, Uranus by Cram did a good defense right there towards the end, I believe. Great performance, both the teams for sure, but at the same time, I mean, Aurora had the map. I feel like Aurora really had the grip of the map, even till the end as well. So great performance by both the teams. I mean, the picks, the drafts. I mean, that was interesting to see. We got the stats up on the screen for Innocent and Sigibum. We just talked about Innocent picking Melissa. We have the stats up there, and Sigibum as well. Good performance.
Yeah, man, Sigibum is always at the notes. He's always there on point and just doing the damage and taking the damage for the team, and always doing that dirty work as always. And he does it just very well. And I mean, congrats to Sigibum for doing that. And we'll be looking forward how it's going to be played out on game number 2.
Yeah.
Also, most surprising is if there are going to be any interesting drafts we see or we might see in the near future from the Selangor Giants, because I mean TNZ here nominated as MVP as always, an outstanding performance as always. I mean the TNZ now it's like default seeing him to make a lot of kills. You know what I mean? His performance was always at the top. That shows that it's so rare to see him underperforming, because you get to see him always outperforming and doing it so well. I mean, again, TNZ, great job here. Well, now real important thing is they got a game number 1. Can they finish it up? Because they were losing like that before in the yesterday and day after before. But before that, we'd like to show you guys a quick video about the teams. Let's take a look.
The Mobile Legends Bang Bang Tournament at the Games of the Future 2026 Astana has reached its final day after several days of intense competition. Only 4 teams remain, but they will now compete for 2 different prizes: the championship title and a place on the podium. The first match of the day will decide the bronze medal. Aurora Gaming will face Selangor Red Giants in the battle for 3rd place. For Aurora Gaming, this match is a chance to complete a remarkable comeback. Their tournament began